Okay, let's unpack this. Because imagine trying to buy a house, right? And the bank tells you your credit score is, I don't know, 620.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's not great.
Right. So you ask, how can I actually fix it? And the loan officer just kind of shrugs, turns around, and completely walks away.
Just leaves you hanging.
Exactly. And for the last year or so, I mean, that is exactly the frustrating scenario that brands, business owners, marketers, that's what they've been dealing with in the AI space.
Yeah, it's been a total black box.
It really has. You log into an AEO portal, that's answer engine optimization for those listening, and you see this dashboard telling you your brand's visibility score is, say, 40%, and then nothing.
Just a number.
Just a number, no instructions, no manual. So welcome, everyone, to today's deep dive. Our mission today is to figure out how to actually move that needle. We're looking at a source text that details a major update to an AEO tool that finally gives us that missing manual.
And, the stakes for figuring out that missing manual, they have literally never been higher.
Because the whole internet is changing, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
I mean, we are watching the underlying architecture of digital visibility just transform overnight. Consumers are, frankly, they're aggressively bypassing traditional search engines.
Yeah, nobody wants to dig through pages of links anymore.
Exactly. They don't want to type in a keyword and hunt through 10 blue links on a page. They want an answer engine, like an AI that essentially reads the internet for them and synthesizes the exact nuanced answer instantly.
Right, so just knowing your visibility score in that environment, it's just the starting line. It doesn't actually help you win.
No, it doesn't. And that's why this update we're talking about today is being called a game changer, really, by early users. It takes you from a completely useless grade to a highly prioritized, actionable roadmap.
Okay, wait, so instead of just giving us a dashboard of confusing metrics, it's basically acting as a virtual marketing director telling us what to do first.
Yes, that is exactly it. And to understand why it works, we really have to look at the mechanics of how an answer engine actually decides what to say.
Because it's not just making things up. Well, ideally, it's not.
Right, ideally. It uses a process called retrieval augmented generation, or RAG.
Rag, yeah.
So when a consumer asks a question, the AI doesn't just rely on its static, historical training data. It executes a real-time web search. It pulls the most relevant, trusted sources, and it uses those live sources to build its answer.
Which highlights the core problem for brands, I mean. If the AI is essentially writing a real-time research paper every single time someone asks a question, how do you get your brand cited in the footnotes?
Right, and up until now, marketing teams have just been throwing budget at random platforms, just hoping the AI notices them.
Like putting up a billboard and hoping the AI drives by.
Exactly. But throwing budget at the wall isn't a viable strategy when the technology moves this fast. So the core concept behind this tool update is translation.
Translation, how so?
It takes those raw, abstract visibility statistics and translates them into a prioritized list of action items. Instead of guessing, it actually reverse engineers the AI's research process.
Okay, I have to jump in here. How does it actually reverse engineer that? Because, it's one thing for a software company to claim, oh, we track citations, but what is the actual mechanism pulling that data?
It's a massive, massive data operation. So the tool pings the major large language models with literally thousands of variations of prompts relevant to your specific industry.
Oh, wow. So it's constantly testing them.
Constantly. And then it scrapes the footnotes, the reference links, the citations the AIs generate across all those thousands of answers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. And by doing this continuously, it mathematically maps out which URLs, which domains, and which content formats are being trusted the most for those specific queries. It creates a live citation graph.
So it's looking at the blank spaces. It's saying, stop wasting time on an expensive corporate blog post because the AI is actually pulling its answers from somewhere completely different.
Yes. It highlights the empty spaces in the AI's knowledge base. It identifies where your competitors are being cited and you aren't. And then, and this is the director part, it ranks the actions you need to take to fill those gaps based on potential impact.
So you are handed a roadmap focused precisely on where your brand is currently missing or not mentioned.
Precisely. You stop guessing and start executing.
Okay, so let's explore where this virtual director is actually sending us. Because if the AI is doing this real-time research, it's not just reading sanitized corporate homepages, is it?
Not at all. Corporate websites are, they're highly sanitized and obviously biased.
Right. We're the best software in the world.
Exactly. And answer engines know that. To provide nuanced, helpful answers, they look for authenticity and consensus. They actively crawl platforms where humans are having real, unfiltered conversations.
Which brings us to the first of the 3 recommendation categories in the tool. And here's where it gets really interesting. Because a massive source for that authenticity is Reddit.
Yes, AI is essentially mining Reddit.
And this is where the strategy seems incredibly risky to me. I mean, AI is basically eavesdropping on Reddit forums to form its opinions.
It is, yeah.
But if the tool tells me the AI is reading a specific subreddit, and I just barge in there saying, hey, I work for this company, buy our enterprise software, I mean, I'm going to get annihilated by that community. Redditors hate corporate spam.
Oh, they despise it. And that is a critical danger. If you go in with a hard sell, you will get downvoted into oblivion.
Right?
And here is where the technical mechanics of the platforms really matter. If your comment is downvoted and hidden by the platform's moderators or algorithms, the AI scraper either won't see it at all, or it will weigh it negatively due to the surrounding, negative context.
It sees the downvotes as a lack of trust.
Exactly.
So how does knowing the thread actually help then? If the culture naturally rejects brands and jumping in just gets me downvoted and ignored by the AI anyway, does the tool actually solve the spam problem?
Well, it solves the targeting problem, but you still have to bring human tact.
Okay, fair enough.
The tool doesn't just point to a massive general subreddit like our marketing and say, hey, go post here.
That would be useless.
Totally useless. Instead, it identifies the exact specific threads that the AI is currently pulling from for its active summaries.
Oh, wow. Specific threads.
Yes, it says the AI is looking at this exact conversation from 3 days ago about CRM integrations.
Okay.
So your job is to enter that specific thread, not as a salesperson, but as a subject matter expert answering a technical question.
Right. You're providing genuine value to the user, which in turn plants a breadcrumb inside the AI's favorite library.
Exactly. If you provide a highly technical, useful answer that gets upvoted by the community, your brand becomes part of the AI's learned context for that specific topic.
You've inserted yourself into the source material.
Yes, very organically.
Yeah.
But obviously, Reddit is primarily consumer-focused or for very specific tech niches. If we shift to the B2B side, the focus naturally pivots to LinkedIn.
Which makes sense on the surface, but I mean, every generic marketing blog on the internet tells you to post more on LinkedIn. That doesn't really move the needle, does it?
No, because generic posting doesn't give the answer engine what it needs. AI systems are looking for structured, authoritative thought leadership, to summarize.
Not just people posting, motivational quotes.
Right, exactly. The intelligence of this tool is in its specificity. It doesn't just say post on LinkedIn. It analyzes what your target audiences and competitors are doing that actually successfully triggers an AI citation.
Okay, let's ground this. Let's do a hypothetical. Say I run a B2B cybersecurity firm.
Okay, great example. In that scenario, the tool wouldn't tell you to write a generic post about staying safe online.
Right, too broad.
Way too broad. It would analyze the citation graph and tell you answer engines are currently struggling to find good summaries on zero-trust architecture for mid-size healthcare providers.
Wow, that's specific.
Very specific. It might even say, your top competitor just got cited for a similar topic. You need to publish a 1,500-word LinkedIn article specifically addressing that gap using these technical parameters.
That is wild. It's literally giving you the content brief based on what the AI is hungry for.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've established dominance in these text-based forums, Reddit and LinkedIn. But let's move to the second category. Video recommendations. Because if I ask an AI, say, how do I fix the leaky gasket on my espresso machine? A text description isn't enough.
No, you need to see it.
Right. The AI knows the user needs to see it. So how is the AI judging which visual guide to pull?
Well, that brings us to how answer engines process video. And you really cannot have an AEO strategy today without a video component.
It's that dominant.
It is. The AI systems are heavily relying on platforms like YouTube, specifically for what we call product queries and how-to queries.
But how does an AI actually read a video? I mean, is it just looking at the title and the upload tags?
Oh, it goes much, much deeper than metadata. The LLMs are processing the auto-generated transcripts, they're analyzing the engagement metrics, and they're reading the chapter markers to understand the actual structure of the information.
So they basically read the script of the video.
Yes. And what's fascinating here is how the tool approaches this through what the source material calls AEO citation trends.
AEO citation trends. Okay, bring that down for me.
So the tool is constantly monitoring the actual format of the videos the AI chooses to cite. It tracks the mathematical trends to determine user intent as interpreted by the AI.
So it's watching what the AI watches, but how specific does that get? Does it just say, make more videos about espresso machines?
No, it tells you definitively whether the AI is favoring a highly produced 10-minute long-form video for a particular query, or if it prefers a bite-sized 60-second short shot vertically on a phone.
Wait, really? It tells you the format?
It tells you the exact format that is winning the citations for that specific keyword.
If you're a business owner or marketer listening to this right now, think about the budget implications of that.
Oh, it's massive.
Video production is notoriously expensive. It's time-consuming. Imagine knowing definitively before you even write a script or, set up a ring light, that the AI is only citing 60-second shorts for the keyword you're targeting.
You save thousands of dollars and weeks of production time.
Seriously.
Or, conversely, the tool analyzes the citation graph and tells you that a YouTube short just won't cut it.
Because the topic is too complex.
Right. The AI is looking for deep, comprehensive chapter markers to pull from, meaning you do need that deep dive, long-form video to win the citation.
It's the difference between guessing what the market wants and knowing exactly what the algorithm requires.
Exactly. You allocate your resources with surgical precision.
Okay, so we've got our Reddit and LinkedIn strategy for text. We've got our YouTube formats locked in based on citation trends. But that covers the media we can control, right? We can write the article, we can film the short. But an AI is smart enough to know that a brand is always going to say wonderful things about itself.
Of course.
To build actual confidence, the AI has to look at what others say about you, right? Which brings us to the third category, outreach recommendations.
Yes. This raises a really important question about how AI works. How does an AI determine authority when there are conflicting claims all over the internet?
Because everyone says they're the #1 product.
Exactly. The answer is third-party validation. To combat bias, AI places massive mathematical weight on external independent sources. The source text refers to these as third-party publishers and affiliate sites.
So we're talking about the tech review blogs, industry magazines, the top 10 listicles.
Yes. In the architecture of an LLM, these external domains effectively tell the AI how to categorize and judge a business.
Okay.
If a highly trusted high domain authority review site says your software is the fastest on the market, the LLM absorbs that as a foundational fact.
So what does this all mean for the user of the tool? Does it just spit out a list of popular tech blogs and say, hey, good luck, go pitch them?
No, it's much more targeted than that. The tool actively identifies the specific publishers and affiliate sites that are currently influencing the AI's answers in your specific niche.
Okay.
But, and here's the absolute key, it finds the ones that do not yet mention your brand.
Oh, it finds the blind spots.
Exactly. It finds the exact sites where your competitors are listed as the solution and you are entirely missing.
Wow.
And it highlights these gaps as immediate opportunities for partnership and outreach. It essentially says, the AI trusts this one specific supply chain blog heavily for your product category. It cites them constantly. But you aren't on their latest listicle. You need to contact their editorial team.
So what does this all mean? It means it's a highly targeted digital PR strategy.
Yes.
You aren't just sending press releases out into the void hoping any random blog will pick it up. You are curating the AI's reading list by getting mentioned on the exact third-party sites it already trusts.
You're indirectly feeding the AI positive context through a trusted proxy.
That is brilliant.
And you're doing it with absolute efficiency because you know the specific domain has weight with the specific AI model you were targeting.
Okay, but I have to push back on this a little bit.
Sure.
We've talked about Reddit threads, LinkedIn articles, YouTube formats, digital PR. This all sounds great in theory, but if I just search for top marketing tips on Google right now, I will find 100 generic blogs telling me to, be active on social and do outreach.
Oh, absolutely. Tons of generic advice out there.
So what is the actual secret sauce of this tool that separates it from just standard best practices?
The critical distinction, and this is the point the source text drives home most forcefully, is the data engine running beneath it.
The live data.
Yes. None of these recommendations are static or generic. Every single action item is entirely bespoke. It's generated directly from the user's own unique AEO portal data.
Meaning my dashboard looks completely different from another company's dashboard, even if we are in the exact same industry.
Completely different. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the tool isn't pulling from a static list of, good marketing ideas.
Right.
It is feeding on real live prompts that consumers are typing in right now related to your specific business.
Wow.
It is constantly analyzing the real-time data of your direct competitors and tracking the unique citation trends that matter exclusively to your brand's ecosystem.
So it's not saying, here's what businesses in general should do.
No.
It's saying, here is what your specific brand must do today to beat your specific competitor for this exact user question.
Exactly, which brings us back to the ultimate benefit, right? Resource allocation.
Yeah, time and money.
Marketing teams have finite time and finite budgets. This level of precision allows you to deploy those limited resources to the exact coordinates that will yield the highest results.
You are no longer casting a wide, ineffective net.
Right. You are spearfishing in a very specific pond.
You are moving from a shotgun approach to a laser-guided system. And that really is the crux of this whole shift from search engine optimization to answer engine optimization.
It really is.
It's no longer about plastering the biggest billboards all over the digital highway. It's about placing the right breadcrumbs in the exact right books in the AI's library.
I love that analogy.
Thanks. I mean, whether that's joining an ongoing, highly technical conversation on Reddit or publishing the exact LinkedIn topic the AI is looking for.
Or shooting a 60-second video because the citation trends demand it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or doing targeted outreach to the 3 review sites the AI actually trusts.
The transition is happening right now. The gatekeepers of consumer information have changed.
They really have.
And businesses have to learn to speak the new gatekeepers' language, using their own custom data rather than just guesswork.
Because knowing your score without knowing how to fix it isn't just frustrating anymore. In this new landscape, it's a massive liability. Well, before we wrap up today, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought to mull over. We've spent this time talking about how to get noticed by AI by inserting your brand into authentic human conversations on places like Reddit, or by getting reviewed by independent human writers on third-party blogs.
The human element.
Right. But as more and more brands use AI tools to generate that very content, writing their own Reddit posts with LLMs or generating their own LinkedIn articles with AI, what happens when the answer engines are just scraping and reading content that was originally written by other AI?
Oh, that's a wild thought.
Right. Are we heading toward an internet where AI is just talking to itself in an endless loop while we all just stand by and watch?
The endless feedback loop.
It's a strange thought to keep in mind as you build your strategy. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We always appreciate you spending your time with us, learning and exploring the edge of what's next. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one.